Um, in the art museum, Marquez's old place he had us meet last time. Good morning, good
Okay.
afternoon, good evening. This is a New York by Night scene starring Ambrosia Smith, the up and coming wannabe Primogen, going to talk to Mr. Peck and make sure everything is okay with him with her plans of movements. They are meeting in the art museum owned by the Toreadors, I believe. If I'm not correct, STs can modify that. That Marquez had the last clan meeting in. Ambrosia will arrive with her ghoul Mad Phil and be waiting on you, Mr. Peck, so whenever you're ready.
Peck will arrive perfectly on time, dressed snazzy as he normally is, looking concerned, knowing what this probably is about, and meets Ambrosia with a troubled face.
Hello, dear.
Good evening.
My
My hand, or should I say, Primogen now?
I am planning to make moves to become Primogen because someone needs to lead us at this moment. We have fallen from grace among our Camarilla brothers and
I
sisters.
think I think we need to take a seat before we start talking
She nods.
business. No,
You broke up there. What did you say?
I think we need to sit down before we talk business.
She nods, of course, and she motions you to the back office where Marquez's old desk and chairs are. I chose this location because I know you don't know where I hold public meetings, so I figured a place you knew would be more appropriate. And at this point, Mad Phil's going to also sit a bottle of Vate down in front of Mr. Peck and take his side standing next to Ambrosia. He's kind of lifted his hoodie up, and you see he's got knives and guns on him.
Mr. Peck doesn't seem intimidated at all. Actually, he looks kind of scornful in finding it annoying to have a ghoul around. But he's relaxed enough, and he takes a seat.
I wanted to ask, how do you want this to go? There are only three of us left right now, and we need to keep our clan tied close until our numbers are back up. I'm
I'm
not
a big
asking.
I'm a big fan of logic, which means that logic presides that you should be our next prime.
She nods. She
But
goes,
I wouldn't start that sentence if there wasn't a but. Mr. Peck crosses his legs and stares straight at you and says, I would be a liar if I wouldn't be honest in saying that I find you lacking at best. I would be lying if I said that you have been the best hand we ever had so far.
she smiles and nods. She goes, any opinions you have, I give you open to speak them as much as you like.
I wish it was an opinion, if not fact. You are the eyes of the clan when it comes to conundrum, when our primogen falters. I have not been notified by you, nor of course our primogen, that we have to do anything now the new prince arrives. However, this is not the first city I've been in, and I think it would be considered etiquette if we present ourselves as a clan,
She
as a
nods.
whole towards the prince, the new prince, Mr.
Mr.
Icebreaker.
Mr. Peck, I had already planned on doing that.
Yes, but the plans is not enough. We fail, and we have failed in the eyes of the Camarilla. People are looking at us, and if there's something I do not like, is when people look at us. It makes us look weak, it makes us look faltering, it makes us look like we're not doing what we're supposed to do. And I hold you responsible for this.
She nods, and you have every right to. I know.
So tell me, why, in the name of sweet Jesus, should I want you on the seat of a primogen when the seat of a hand doesn't even compare to what's needed?
First, she motions Phil to leave the room. And he goes, I'll stand by the door, lady, and, leaves the room. She goes, Mr. Peck, it's Miss Ambrosia. If you could please use either that or my first name. I'm not something to just rant at. Secondly, I was doing my best as the hand, but as you know, Marquez moved without anyone knowing. When I did catch on to what he was doing, I was kidnapped with a bag over my head and kept by them until Marquez got me out. Then the next thing I know, I'm sold under the bus to the old prince. We protect the original Elysium, and I get staked by the prince for protecting his grandchild in Elysium and kept in his closet, and called a traitor for being kidnapped. Now, I do not know how the new Elysium new prince will work, but I have plans for this clan, and we will rise up, we will show them where we strike best, and we will never be laughed at or looked down upon again. And if you have problems with that, Mr. Peck, or problems with me as Primogen, you may speak your piece and go in peace, or we can settle this however you like.
Big words, but I have not seen any action so far. You say you are the Queen of Thorns. However, I see no thorny side to what we are right now.
Hmm. She just kind of smirks and she goes, I, first of all, did not give myself that title. Another Toreador gave me that title. I have thorns when I need them. Any other time you will see me as the rose that I am, all smiles and charm till needed. My talents with my thorns lie in the fact I can pull on contacts to defend who I need to defend when I need to defend, if I know where they're at to defend them. Secondly, another thing I'm going to need, Mr. Peck, besides your advice, is I need better contact info for you. In case I need to call a clan meeting or say I need to warn you of an upcoming attack or something that I've heard of.
At the moment, we have had a meeting once or twice. I have met members of other clans more than I have met you, my hand. So explain to me how and in what way you would like to get in contact with me. Because as far as I know, you don't have my number.
No, I had to go around town and pass out repeated messages till I found someone who knew you. That is why I'm asking for a number to contact you at, Mr. Peck. And I am an Elysium regular. I am sorry if you did not spot me there. Secondly, I've been to one clan meeting and then was assaulted twice since that meeting. That is why I've not been at any more clan meetings, because I have been outside the city or staked in a princess closet. And no, I'm not proud to admit that, but you are my clan brother, and I will tell you this because it disgusts me how the Toreador have fallen, how we can be easily manipulated when Marquez was in charge. I have great respect for what Marquez tried to do for the Camarilla, but I do not respect the fact that he left and went traitor.
I spit on Marquez when it comes to the fact he had the audacity to leave us this way, and I think it shows a lack of leadership when he leaves us at the moment we should form a unified wall instead of a crumbling pit of bullshit. I would like to know, Miss Ambrosia, how you, as our new glorious leader, intend to lead us in the coming ages. I mean, this is not something we're going to do for a while. This is going to be for a very long time, not something simple.
As she kind of nods, listening, she I rolled charisma, by the way, so she could. I have a bad accent, but you get she's trying to speak eloquently to you. Um, she goes, I want us to rebuild. I want us to show Marquez may not have been loyal, but we were. I would kill and die for the Camarilla. I expect nothing less from Victor or you. I plan to ask for the right of embrace from the prince at next Elysium so we can have some more numbers. I plan to make, if you think it's appropriate, because I told him I would ask your opinion, Victor whip.
He's just in town, no more than a few weeks. Already you want to make him whip
I also want to make you steward.
steward.
I heard you wanted nothing to do with Camarilla politics. This would be in clan only that you would have to deal with.
Yes, but being a steward of a three-member clan is like being told that you got really nice shoes when you're buying out new ones.
We will not
It
always
doesn't really hold any worth or any prestige.
She kind of smiles and leans forward and she takes your hand like a sister would and holds it between hers and she goes, Mr. Peck, we're not always going to only be three members in this city. And I have big hopes and dreams for us. All I'm asking is just give me a little bit of faith and hope. Give
Well,
me a chance. If I prove wrong and I do not do what you see fit, and Victor agrees with you, you may both stake me or chase me out of town. I respect you both as my equals, and I want your opinions. I want your advice. You're most likely older than me by far.
Beck smiles and says, I do not want the position of steward, nor in-clan status.
She nods very well.
What I would like, however, is for you to be the best primogen we had in 200 years in New York. Because only that way we can strike and we can be the people we want to be. I don't want anything for me. I want everything for our clan at this moment. I hold myself second to that.
She goes,
I
then
want Mr. I would love Mr. Suleiman to see it the same way. With a three-member clan, we don't need a whip. We need a strong primogen who can represent 100 members without a whip.
that is what I want from this clan. I want everything for this clan. All I'm
And then
asking for is a
I
little bit of
suggest,
help.
then I suggest you come up with a sound plan of battle, a
Nod.
sound plan of how you would like to see our influence, our strength increase. We are supposed to be the social part of town. However, I think we are outshone by the Ventru,
Are you
by
saying?
the Nosferatu when it comes to contact.
She nods. She goes, I actually was thinking maybe each of us, our first child we take when we get right of embrace, shall be one of more physical nature than our type of beauty.
I would like to say that I would like to make this agreement with you. You give me a set, which means two major boons if you fail to beat Primogen in the coming 6 months. This will be my trial period. Within the 6 months, I would like to see our position increased tenfold because we are starting at ground zero, which having only 3 members, a whole lot of bullshit to deal, Mr. Marquez to be erased, and within 6 months, I want Marquez to be a fucking rumor.
Hold on, I
If you
gotta.
cannot do this, if you cannot erase his legacy, his stain, his disdain for the Camarilla within 6 months, you owe me two major boons personally. And with
Um,
every child, you might have one boon extra, which
at
means
this point,
represent
Ambrosia has bitten her fingers to the point of bleeding, and she holds out her hand like a handshake. She goes, "I will blood vow that with you."
at this moment, Peck from nowhere pulls a knife. He seems to be carrying knives, something that wasn't picked up when they were patting him down in security. And he cuts over the palm of his hand, cuts rather deep to make sure that it actually bleeds. He pushes blood towards it and then firmly shakes your hand. I take oaths and promises with a great seriousness.
My father raised me to do the same. You have my word, Mr. Peck.
The deal is set. Erase the stain that is called Marquez, and I will be forevermore one of your more loyal subjects here within the city.
At this point, she kind of touches over her chest where she had been staked earlier, and she nods, "Of course." Is there anything else you wish to speak of then?
Oh yes, I wish to speak what you would like to see, what the order you are giving is, what's your first order of business. If you want the same as Marquez said he wanted, which was more contacts and more influence within the high society of New York, I can say that I've done what he asked. I have increased my contacts within the high society, and I strive to increase this even more. I built a company to do so.
At this point, she's actually smiling now. You actually have seen Ambrosia genuinely smile instead of her fake paparazzi smile. She goes, "I would like you to use your contacts to the best of your abilities. I need us to make some money. I need us to start buying up businesses. We need some security details, so security-based businesses, mercs for hire, bounty hunters, bail bondsmen, that sort of thing would be great. We need more income, so buy up some stores, some theaters, do what you
What
can.
I
I'll be putting my money out too."
what I specialize in at this moment is a restaurant and a wellness center. Something people feel good about, something that makes people beautiful and feel beautiful. I would like to continue this in even feeling beautiful just before death. I would like to increase my influence in getting cemeteries, in getting parlor stores when it comes to selling off caskets, in order to make sure we can get the best of the best. When a prince should ask for a gift, we can give him the best sleeping coffin in the world, because that's what we represent. We represent the shining and high class part of the Camarilla. It's time we should show people what we can do when it comes to high class and shining.
I agree with you, Mr. Beck. I give you, if you need permission from me, I doubt you do. But if you want to make a move towards a business and buy it, I will not stop you. If someone complains, send them my way. I will speak with them.
I will make sure that if I see a business up for grabs, up for taking, that we can use, I will contact you first to make sure we can set up a sound business plan in order to take it up and lift it to a next height. Because if it can make a $5,000 a week or $5,000 a month, I'm sure we can both erase that to 10,000 within 3 months and to a half a million in 2 years.
Charisma and manipulation. Oh, she's gonna give a nice. She's trying to give an inspiring reply. She goes, "I want the bourgeois to tremble before us. I want the gangrels to be wanting, crawling, begging to lick our feet. I want the Ventru to think we're the royalty. I want the Nosferatus not to even fear walking among us because they think they're too ugly, but fear us for a whole nother reason. I want the Toreador to be the ruling clan of this city by the end of the centuries."
Peck smiled, a very genuine smile, a smile that's drenched with a need or search for power. As he reaches over the table, he whispers into your ear, if you can give us this, you are my primogen.
She smiles.
At
"I
that
will
moment,
try my
he
best."
rises up and he taps and he adjusts his clothing. We will meet again. When we vote, you shall have it.
She nods, "Of
It's your
course."
responsibility how to deal with Victor Suleiman. I think he's very eager, but a little bit too eager to grab power. I think he would rather see somebody as visionary as you be overthrown.
Hmm.
But we need him as of now, as he will say that you two need me. I will be a loyal subject as you want them. But you know my price.
Yes, I do, Mr. Peck. And I
I
think
wish,
I have a way to deal with Mr. Victor here.
I wish you a very pleasant evening, and I would like to see the Clanver Road represent themselves before the prince as soon as they can, because it's in dire need, and we shouldn't keep a prince waiting, especially a prince of New York.
Next Elysium is what I was planning for.
I think you should plan to speed it up even more. Even if Icebreaker says that we should see him next Elysium, then still we've shown initiative that we want it to be done as quickly as possible. Politics.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Politics.
I know politics. That doesn't mean I want to be active in it.
Alright, I'll get to work on that, and I guess I'll see you later then, Mr. Peck.
You will. I'll be around. Wait, before I leave, and he takes a phone from his pocket and he places it on the table. You're one of the 4 people in New York to have one of these phones. You can contact me directly. Also, here's my business card. On the card says the address of the boiler room. It's a high class restaurant. It
She
seems
looks,
fairly new.
yeah, she's looked them both over and put them in her purse, and she goes, "Thank you, Mr. Peck. I will be sure to keep these close."
I will see you soon. As I say this, I literally disappear in front of you and walk away.
As this happens, Ambrosia gets up, collects some things from the office that are able to, basically books and stuff, be able to be carried all in a box. She, including Marquez's laptop, she takes. She stops, takes a picture of Marquez out of her wallet, looks inside, and goes, "You really were stupid, huh? Oh well, everybody dies." And sets the picture on fire. Looks really depressed for a minute before she walks out with the stuff, and Matt Bill and the scene ends.